get up on your feet. What you need to do is catch up with them. Bounce, man, get up on your feet and help me get it.
A former prisoner and drug addict has revealed how he has managed to completely turn his life around to become a passionate vegan who follows a shamanic way of living. John Owen, 48, from Yeovil, Somerset, said he was addicted to heroin for 11 years before realizing he desperately needed help. He described how he suffered 2 heart attacks in the space of 2 years before being stabbed 3 times in an apparently random attack. It was at this point that John, who was in and out of prison for shoplifting offenses and driving without a license, decided that there was more to life than this is and managed to quit drugs once and for all. After years of abusing his body, he has now completely transformed his lifestyle and hopes to help others by speaking out about his battle with drug addiction. Describing what spurred him to turn his life around, John told Femail, "I had 2 heart attacks, and I was getting sick of the way my life was going. Eventually I was involved in a stabbing. I got stabbed 3 times. It was at this point that I thought there's more to life than this. I realized then that if I carried on that way I really was going to die." John explained how his drug addiction began after his dream of being in the army was dashed following a motorcycling accident injury. "It was literally just like my whole world had just gone," he said. "I drifted from one dead-end job to the next. I started smoking cannabis, taking other drugs, and eventually I ended up taking heroin, and my world was never the same for 11 years. While addicted to heroin, he ended up imprisoned on 9 occasions for shoplifting and driving without a license. However, after suffering 2 heart attacks and a suspected 3rd, he said he finally realized that enough was enough. John checked himself into a clinic in Colchester and underwent a methadone reduction program. Within 3 months of starting the program, he managed to get himself completely clean. "When I had tried before, it was impossible," he explained. "But something went off in my head. It's not that easy to quit drugs, but I had my life to think about. That time it was the right time." Since then, he has completely transformed his lifestyle, becoming a passionate vegan and a shamanic practitioner. Explaining why he decided to become a vegan 2 years ago, John described how he lived on a small holding where he would feed the livestock. "I was rearing them, and I did actually. I'm not proud of it now. Take them to slaughter," he said. "I've been part of the whole process, literally from farm to fork. And in the end, I couldn't do any more. My consciousness won't let me be a part of it. It is the animal welfare. What right have we got to exploit another animal? We're all animals." John, who even has a vegan tattoo on the back of his neck, says he's also seen his health improve since cutting meat and meat products from his diet, despite suffering a range of heart problems due to his former drug addiction. The ex-prisoner said his whole outlook on the world has changed, describing how he now lives a shamanic way of living. He explains that shamanism is about respecting universal laws and knowing that humans are accountable for what they do. From where I was to where I am now, I've got a totally different understanding of life, he said. I know there is a reaction for every action, so I wish no harm or malice to any living being, animal or human. John, who lives at home with his dog Pagan, is now devoting his life to helping others, regularly giving talks on a range of subjects, including his battle with drug addiction. He also runs a vegan mentoring program, as well as writing several books on topics such as spirituality and ancestry. If I can offer advice to help or aid someone from making the same mistakes, then I am willing to do that, he said. If we can help one or another, that's for the greater good. I'm the first to admit that I'm so incredibly lucky to be here today. I've had so many wake-up calls. He confessed that people often struggle to comprehend what he's been through, describing how he's lived many lives in one. Explaining what he's learned from his experiences, John added, "One thing that everything has taught me is to not take anything or anyone for granted. Every day that I wake up and open my eyes, I know I've been given another chance."